Cathedral in Galway, the western side of Ireland. This is Bunratty Castle.
Today is.
And this is the 23rd of September, 1991.
We arrived this morning.
And we're tired. And we're heading into Bunratty Castle to check it out. Onward and forward.
We're right here.
This is the kitchen. This is where our good friend would like to do some cooking. Joseph, could you cook up a storm here? Hey, this is Joseph. He could cook up a storm here. There's the hair hanging over in the corner. And here we have some of the implements. Some pheasant over on the wall. I love the bed warmer. And down here we have a spinning wheel.
That's about it.
All you need is the suit of armor. So this is Bunratty Castle near Shannon, Ireland, with the battlements. There's Joe, and here we have the rest of the castle. This is a 15th century castle. We just went through all the rooms. Interesting. We're making a tart here in the kitchen, and you can get a piece in the tea room. Old gypsy wagons. Little donkeys.
These are my friends, Roger.
Are they?
Yes.
The donkeys.
Beulah. And this is Melba.
Like Melba toast.
Melba and Beulah.
The peat comes from the ground, and this is where they store it, and they burn it inside the houses.
Roger, where are you going?
Down the lane.
And what's down the lane?
We're gonna find the pigs.
The pig?
And the watermill.
And the watermill?
Yeah.
Okay, well I'm gonna follow you.
Watch out, I thought it was a snake.
A snake?
I thought St. Patrick didn't get rid of them all, but it's a shoelace.
A shoe, oh.
We're gonna find that.
Roger, it seems to me that you found a nice comfortable spot to sit. Yeah. It looks getting rid of the chill.
Yeah.
Well, certainly this is the place. If you really wanted to get rid of the chill, it's a place for drinking. This is where all the good Irish lads and lassies enjoy a bit.
This is Galway Bay on the west coast of Ireland. Yeah, this is Galway Bay. We're looking out over Galway Bay. You notice how lush everything is here. The weather changes so rapidly, we'll be looking out over an area and all of a sudden it just starts pouring. But it's a very pretty area. Now we're going to go in and have a spot of tea, and that will be good. Are you ready for a spot of tea?
I am.
And it's rather cool.
Let's go in.
What would you say? It's about 55 maybe, 55, 60.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's like a nice fall day.
Going that way.
Okay, go ahead.
Down the road.
So that you would be able to see how all the cutting is done freehand. Now what we do here is all traditional Irish designs from the Book of Kells and from the museum. Each design we do in our crystal has an Irish history attached to it. We started here in 1972, and what we set out to do was to portray the culture and the history of Ireland in our designs, rather than just doing a mass production like that, because that is the type of cutting you find in every other glass factory in Ireland. Now you want more skill to do this type of work. Before we take the boys on here to train, they have to have an honours certificate in art and design before we take them on here as apprentices. Registered export company. Everything that we manufacture here is exported. So the only place in Ireland that one sees our crystal to look at, or if anybody wants to buy a piece of it in Ireland, well, we don't have any outlet other than the heart for love, the hands for friendship, and the crown for nobility. That is unique to this factory. Our master cutters are the only men in Ireland who can cut that design. So it's a limited edition. As two pots working together. The first pot will have the clear mix, the second pot will have a coloured mix. Now how you get the colour in? You have to fuse gold into the mix to make red. Cobalt makes blue, nickel makes green. It's a chemical you add to the second pot that changes the colouring. Design before they come here to us to do their training. The second cutting takes 4 times longer to do than the first cutting. This cutting is done with a brown sandstone. So it's very, very smooth then. It has to be perfect at that stage. When the second cutting is completed, it happens to go wrong. The whole piece is burned in the matter of 55 to 60 seconds. So the fellow in charge of polishing has a very responsible job.
It's still freehand also. Do you ever have trouble with blasting in your eye?
Now this marble is quarried about 40 miles west from here in the Clifton and Letterfrack region of Connemara. That's further out the road into the mountains. Now we get a very beautiful variety of various shadings of colours in the Connemara marble, so I would like to show you an example of each of these different colours. Now in Ireland, this green marble is actually unique only to the Connemara region. This is the light green Connemara marble, and this is the surface of the light green marble before polishing, the sawn face of the marble. And here we have the finished product after polishing. Now it's a very hard marble, short supply in the marble quarries, and we estimate our stocks will last approximately 10 years. so it's only used for the manufacturing of small jewellery stones, and in this way we can conserve our supply of a valuable raw material. There's a beard. Can you see him? There we go now. We call this fellow here our fossilised Irish leprechaun. Very cranky looking fellow he is too, with a crooked nose. Now the black marble, this was mud on the ocean floor, and during the Ice Age, the great weight of the ice compressed the ocean floor, capturing all the marine life in the marble forever. It's a very soft marble, unlike the Connemara marble, and when we cut through it, occasionally the fossils actually...
Again, so,
You're warming yourself by the fire?
yes, it's nice and warm.
It's kind of chilly outside. And we're burning some peat. This is some of the peat that we saw
He was talking about, or that
on the road. Alright. It's so nice and warm. So now I think it's time for a little lunch.
Did you smell the faint oil when you walked in?
This is the view from our hotel in Shannon, and it's early in the morning, rather cool, about 45 degrees. We have a golf course on the front of the building. This is Limerick, Ireland, and this is St. Mary's Cathedral. Looks ancient. The fog off in the mountains, and St. George's Castle, the Norman Castle in Limerick, around the 1100s.
On arriving at a place called Tara in County Meath,
talking about the shrine, or talking about St. Patrick coming to the country, spreading the word, talking about Christianity.
Cliffs of Moher, just on the western coast. We're going to climb up the hill and look out over the ocean. Look out over the ocean. These are the Aran Islands.
So this castle here is sort of one of the first castles in the changing period from your typical castle, your Norman castle, going up into the period of the country home.
kind of rain we get. The sun is out and it's still raining. But it's fun, you just put up the umbrella and keep going.
No.
Rainbows over the castle. Pheasant is back in the grass now. Here he is. Come, pheasant. Waterford, a little village. We pass through Tipperary on the way. It's a long way to Tipperary.
You go into the castle.
Okay.
So I'm going to go to the street.
Anybody home?
Hello, are you home? I don't think anyone's home today.
Okay, Roger, where are we going to head to?
Up into the castle here.
Up into the turret?
But I hope you don't get me.
Oh,
Let's see what's inside here. Interesting.
oh that's better with my glasses up.
To Waterford.
Yes,
And we stopped at this castle on the way. Come on.
it is beautiful. Are you going in the right direction, Roger?
Not sure. We have
Okay.
to go up the battlements here to look out over the city. Ah! Great. Look over this way.
Oh, indeed. Oh, all these little crevices.
Can you imagine? 13th century castle. It's still here. 13 centuries later.
I wonder where these stairs lead to.
I don't know. Let's go.
You want
Here, I have nowhere to go, it's the jump.
Don't!
Oh,
It's too far down.
it's not that
Hurry,
far.
climb around over here.
I will have a few broken bones.
to the town over there as well? Busy as it is.
Yeah, they always built a little town around the old castles. This is leading down into the dungeon. What'd you find up there?
What?
What'd you find?
More time.
I wouldn't want to be hanging around in here. Are you coming out of the turret? Come on down.
Well, they were locked up.
Little vertigo.
Downstairs. Of course, they have a safety banister here, so it makes it a little bit more
At least this isn't as windy as some of the others.
going down.
There's a river in the meadow behind the castle. We're at Waterford Crystal. Probably about $10,000 for the place settings down there. Chandeliers. How much did you say these chandeliers go for? About 10,000?
Oh, more, like in 20. Yeah.
This is St. Patrick's Cathedral. This is where St. Patrick actually preached by a little well nearby. St. Patrick's Cathedral. Very castle-like. Pretty.
This room is called the drawing room. After dinner, people would retire into this room for coffee and drinks. See, the bowl in the center of the room is the most important feature of the room. The colours of the bowl having incorporated the whole colour scheme of the room. The navy blue is present Irish and English paintings from the Irish and English schools. There was a fire here in the 1950s. The original ceiling was made out of papier-mâché. It caught fire, so this room was reconstructed in the 1950s and 1960s in the original 18th century French style. And if you look in front, see many symbols of the British monarchy in this room. The lion and unicorn on top of the throne represent the British monarchy, and both of these are held with a 13-stringed Irish harp. You can see also the crown is present at the top of the throne. Paintings in this room were done by an Italian called Giambattista Bellucci, the oval and circular painting. Earl Grey tea contains Earl Grey on the left-hand side, beside the room. At the end of the room is a portrait of Lord Cornwallis.
This is Cornwallis, this right to George Washington. This is Dingle Bay.
Road here.
Oh, there we
Their
go.
roads are very, very small down there because they're known as leprechaun ways.
Leprechaun ways.
And the leprechaun ways lead on down through the valleys there, and go on and through. And see all the little small little hubs down there. Little hubs. They're actually what they call beehive leprechaun huts. And they are. That's where they actually live. And to get them, you want to come out.
When do we see
Very
them?
early. Very early. When there's a mist down and the mushrooms are up. Because they
Battery.
They dance
Dance.
with their partners. But they have the gold out as well.
At the end of the rainbow.
Yes.
It's at the end of the battery. It's blinking. Say hello to Rose.
This is Rose. She's our traveling partner.
Hello, Rose.
Hi.
And she's from Southern Illinois, is it?
Joliet.
Or Joliet. Yeah, that's right. She's a pharmacist. I'm a doctor. You're a designer. Quite a crew.
I'm a pharmacist.
We had so much fun. We went all over. And she took a different route, but she had a real good time. She saw all the same things, but in different order.
We all enjoyed.
Yes, we did. So now we're
Beautiful trip. Welcome.